This mail-order bride came to the US with hopes of living a better life, but instead she moved in with a monster. Anastasia was an 18-year-old girl living in an impoverished area of Kyrgyzstan. Her and her parents started using a mail-order bride service that connected her with a man named Endel King Jr. But little did she know Endel's first mail-order marriage had ended on very bad terms. Through letters and visits, he convinced her and her family that she would live the perfect life back in America, and she agreed to fly back to Seattle and marry him. And they basically get married as soon as she comes to the US. In the early 2000s, around 5,000 foreign women came to the US to marry each year. Many of them do this to find economic security, but Anastasia found an early grave. 2 years into the marriage, it was described as a war zone. Anastasia's mother said that she was learning English quickly and was making lots of friends. But this made her husband, the person who's supposed to support her, jealous. Anastasia wanted to leave the marriage, but being a foreign national that was just 18, this was extremely difficult. She once came into work crying because she messed up while driving and Endel hit her. Anastasia started to keep a diary to document the abuse that she suffered at the hands of her controlling husband. On another occasion, police were summoned to the King home for a domestic incident, and Anastasia showed them scratches on her chest and stomach that were from her husband. When Anastasia decided to make a long-term visit back to her family in Kyrgyzstan, Endel followed her and insisted she come back to America. On September 22, 2000, Anastasia left with Endel, and this was the last time her parents would ever see her. After failing to get in touch with her, her parents called the police, who questioned Endel. He said that his wife had left him in Moscow, but security footage from the airport showed them both getting on the plane. And finally, one of Endel's tenants came forward and said that his landlord had asked him to get rid of his wife so he wouldn't have to divorce her. Anastasia's body was found 2 months after her disappearance in a shallow grave covered by a mattress. Endel King was sentenced to 28 years and 11 months in prison. On February 24, 2002, 3 days after handing down their verdict, all but 2 of the jurors joined Anastasia's parents at her gravesite. Her parents gave them each a chocolate egg, which was Anastasia's favorite junk food, and the jurors gave her parents a plaque that said, "In remembrance of Anastasia, who only wished to live her dream."